Miracle was 14 years old, with braids that danced when she walked. Her brother Stephen, just 9, always followed her like a shadow every morning. They helped their grandmother, Euphemia, who had raised them after their parents died in a motor accident. That Wednesday, the sky looked normal. The sun was lazy, hiding behind cliffs. Miracle and Stephen had just returned from the stream, bounced clay pots of water on their heads, but 20 feet different. As Miracle placed her pot beside the hut, she saw pieces of clay on the ground. Another pot, Grandma favorite, sheltered behind the hut. Stephen, she whispered, who broke these pots? I don't know. I did not come here. Miracle bent down and noticed something under a broken pot. A small fluted paper. She opened it slowly. It read, tell Pascal not to come. It is not safe anymore. It blanked. Who is Pascal? Stephen asked. I don't know, Miracle whispered, but the fear in her eyes grew. Something was not right. Miracle held the paper all day, unsure if she could ask Grandma about it. But after lunch, when Euphemia was resting under a big mango tree, Miracle finally spoke. Grandma, she said, did someone visit yesterday? Euphemia's eyes opened slowly. Her face was soft and winking with laughter. Became serious. Why do you ask? Miracle showed her the paper. Euphemia froze. Where did you find this? Behind the hut, under the broken pots. Euphemia looked around as if someone was watching. Then she whispered, it's time I told you the truth. Many years ago, she began. I helped deliver a baby boy under a moonless sky. His mother was not from this village. She came from across the river, running from her people. Why was she running? Stevie asked, eyes wide. She said her baby was special, born with a mark, a red line on his palm. She feared the elders would take him for a spiritual sacrifice. Miracle covered her mouth. I hold her here, but after 3 months, they found her. She gave me one letter from her son and begged me to protect him. Then they took her away. I never saw her again. What about the boy? Miracle asked. I named him Pascal. I raised him like my own son. But when he turned 10, he ran away. Said he wanted to find his mother people. That was 10 years ago. I did not know he was back. She looked at the note again. He's come and they don't want him here. The rain comes suddenly, as if the sun was angry. Miracle could not sleep. She kept hearing noises outside. Stevie had fallen asleep on her sleep. Suddenly, there was a soft knock at the door. Tap, tap, tap. She opened. It's just a little boy stood there, soaked in rain, holding a small bag. His eyes was tired but familiar. Is Grandma Euphemia here? He asked. Pascal. Miracle whispered. He nodded. Euphemia rushed forward, wrapped him in a cloth, and pulled him inside. My son, she cried. You came back. I had to, he said. That followed me halfway through the forest. I ran. I came home. The next morning, news spread someone saw a strange through the village at night. A thief is hiding among us. The village elders gathered and shouted, "We must find him before nightfall." Pascal wanted to run again, but Miracle stood up, her voice clear and strong. "He is not strong. He is one of us. He is Pascal, born here, raised here." The elders looked at each other. Euphemia came forward and told them everything about his mother, about the fear, about the truth. Silence fell. Then the others elder spoke. Euphemia has served this village for 70 years. If she says this boy is one of us, then he is. Later that week, the village prepared a small feast to welcome Pascal home. But something still troubled Miracle. "Who wrote the note?" she asked Pascal. Pascal looked at her with sad eyes. "I did." "You?" she gasped. "I came back a week ago. I wanted to tell Grandma I was near, but I saw a group of men talking about a boy with a red mark. They did not know it was me. I left the note for Grandma, then hid." "But how did the pot broke?" "A goat pushed it over." He laughed. "Maybe the goat wanted the secret out." Pascal began helping at the farm. Stephen followed him everywhere. Miracle smiled more, and behind Grandma Euphemia's hut, a new pot stood, strong, whole, just like their family. In the heart of every village, there are secrets that slip until the right hand touch them, a broken pot. But when love is true, even the deepest secrets will rise to the light. Pascal had now become part of village life again. The children liked his quiet strength. The elders liked his respectfulness. The women at the market said he reminded them of his mother, full of quiet fire. One bright afternoon, Miracle, Stephen, and Pascal sit under a big mango tree near the river. Stephen asked Pascal, "What did your mother tell you before she left?" Pascal stared at the water. His eyes is lost in memory. "She said I would be safe if I ever reach Grandma Euphemia. That no matter what people say, I must never hide who I am. The mark on my hand is not a curse. It's a sign that I belong to the earth and the earth will protect me." He opened his palm. There it was, a fruit, red line running from his palm to his waist. Miracle touched it gently. "You are not cursed, Pascal," she said. "You are chosen." But not everyone in the village was happy. An old man named Nana, who once wanted Euphemia's land, began spreading fear. He stood at the market square one evening and shouted, "Pascal is a child of spirit. The red mark is proof. If he stays, we will suffer throughout him. Our crops will die." People started whispering. Fear is like smoke, it spread fast. Pascal noticed people avoiding him again. Some women refused to sell to him at the market. Children were told to stay away. Even Miracle saw the way things were changing. She held Pascal's hand one night and said, "Don't go, we will fight together." Grandma Euphemia called Pascal and Miracle into her room. Her face was weak, her back was more beat than before. "The children," she said, "there is a time to stand and a time to walk away. The spirit your mother feared may not live in the forest anymore. They are lived in people's mind. their fear, their jealousy, their hate. What should we do? Miracle asked. We must leave for now, Euphemia said, tears in her eyes. Go to my brother's village. Stay there until your name is cleared. A time will come when the truth will shine. Pascal looked down. But this is my home. I know, she said, hugged him, and it is always will be. At that, Miracle and Pascal packed quietly. Stephen cried, refused to let them go. You will come back, right? He asked. Pascal hugged him tightly. One day, when the rain fell again and the sun shines right after, I will be back. They passed by the broken pot place. One last time, Miracle touched it gently. Even broken things leads to blessing, she whispered. They are left with only a bag, a walking stick, and hope. The village was from window, silent, unsure if there were fights, or right or wrong, but the sky stayed clear as if the spirits themselves were watching. The rain came after many months of dryness. Then, as if the heavens remember something, the sun came out the very next morning. People gathered aside, and there he was, Pascal, standing at the village square, taller, stronger, smiling. Beside him, Miracle, now a young woman, held a calabash of water from Euphemia's land. Euphemia has passed on peacefully the month before. Pascal raised his palm in the air. The red mark still there, but this time no one feared it. They clapped, they welcomed him. The same people who once whispered now sung. A nuclear pot now sits beside Euphemia's old hut. Beside it was a note, not hidden, but open for all to read. It said, the one with the red mark is not a curse. He is a bridge between the seen and the unseen. He will bring peace if only we accept him. It was signed, Euphemia. Pascal smiled. Miracle placed flowers beside the pot. Stephen danced around them, and the village that once broke a pot now built a home. In every village, behind every hut, a story is waiting. Sometimes the one who fear are the ones sent to bless us. So before you throw the next stone, ask yourself, what if the child I fear is the answer I prayed for? The villagers gathered under a iroko tree, where important meetings were always held. The others, Elder Ikenna, stood up. His beard was white like cotton, and his eyes had seen many years of joy and sorrow. We once chased a boy who said because of a mark we did not understand, but today I asked, what has he brought us since his return? Rain, shouted one farmer. Peace, said a woman with her baby. He brought back Euphemia's wisdom, said another. Pascal stood humbly. I did not come back to take revenge. I come to build what Grandma started. She told me to heal, not to harm. I want to plant trees, dig walls, and teach our children to read. The crowd clapped. That day, the elders announced, from now on, no one will be feared because of their mark. From now on, Pascal land is his forever. From now on, this village will be a home for every child, cause or treason. With the help of Miracle and Stephen, Pascal started a small learning center behind Euphemia's hut. He called it the School of Mark. Children who were once engraved, the slow ones, the strange ones, the quiet ones, came to learn. Pascal taught them how to read, how to plant, how to proud of who they were. Miracle taught sewing and storyteller. Stephen, still peaceful, taught drama. Soon, people from other villages started coming to see his school, and they brought gifts, mats, food, and even more children. Pascal had become what his mother always wanted him to be, a light in dark place. One night, under a groaning moon, Miracle told the story of the broken pot to the children. They sit wide eyed, eating roasted corn. She said, there was once a girl who found a note, a boy with a red mark, and a broken pot. But the broken pot did not end the story. It began with one child raised her hand. Is the girl you? Aunt Miracle. Miracle smiled. Maybe. Another child asked, is the boy Pascal? Yes, she nodded. And the pot laughed. She stood and pointed to a nuclear pot blowing beside the fire. It taught us that broken things can be beautiful again. Later that night, when everyone had gone to sleep, Pascal sat alone, looking at the skies. He filled the window, and in the silence, he heard her voice, Euphemia. Pascal, my son, you have done well. The red mark is no longer feared, it is now loved. Let this village remember the mark of love. It is stronger than the mark of fear. A single tear rolled down his cheek. He whispered, thank you, Grandma. In every village, there's a hidden corner. In every family, a forgotten story. In every child, a quiet power waiting to shine. If you ever see a broken pot behind someone's heart, don't walk away. Look closer. It might just be the beginning of something beautiful. One afternoon, when the sun was hot and the children of the school were resting under a mango tree, a strange walked into the village, who wore a long brown cloth, carried a wolf saw, and his hair was white like moonlight. Pascal was the first to greet him. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to our village. The man said, Pascal. He smiled. So the prophecy was true. Pascal frowned. What prophecy? The old man sat down, wiped his face, and said, many years ago, a woman from across the river came to my shrine. She was pregnant and afraid. She told me her child would carry a mark, not of shame, but of the wisdom and strength. She said the child would suffer, be chased away, but one day he would return and bring peace to his people. Miracle came close. That woman was his mother. The old man nodded. I'm the one who helped her escape. I was waiting to hear his story some days, and now I see it with my own eyes. The old man stayed there days. On the third day, he asked Pascal and Miracle to follow him to the nearby village. He said the elders there needed to hear the truth, so they would stop teaching fear to their children. Pascal agreed. When they arrived, they were welcomed, but people started at Pascal's hand. He carried the mark. One child started. The old man stepped forward. Yes, he carried it, but not for evil, for hope. Then he told them the full story of Euphemia, the broken pot, the note, the school, and the kindness that Pascal and had brought back. After a long silence, one of the elders, a woman, stood up. She said, we have taught fear for long ago. It is time we teach love. That day, Pascal was asked to build a second learning center in their village, a sister to the one he shared at home. Over the next year, Pascal, Miracle, and Stephen worked day and night. 3 new schools were opened. Their nearby village. Each one had the same message. Your mark does not make you weak, it makes you choosing. Children who had once been hidden, those with birthmark, they were called Euphemia's children. Some came from healing, some came from peace, some just came to say thank you. Miracle came to Pascal with an idea. We should carve her name Grandma on a stone beside the school.